Saucy, what's going on? Team Saucy, dip it in the sauce. Dip it in the sauce. Went right back to high school there for a minute. Forgive me. You guys basically screamed at me through your comments. You must watch Between Two Tims immediately. So, we're here now. Okay? Alright. Because, last night we all cried with Tim. No, we all did. Don't lie to me. Okay? It wasn't just me. We all did. I needed that, though. Both the song with Pentatonix and that video with Tim. Just super touching. Very touching. Very cool to see. But I will say I'm glad it's 2021 when I discovered all this, because I can just turn around and see how amazing everything turned out for these guys without waiting however long it was between then and now. Anyways, this is Between Two Tims. I would imagine the title is based on Between Two Ferns, which is hilarious if you haven't seen that. It's a show that Zach Galifianakis used to do, or maybe still does, I don't know, where it's like satire. It just so funny. He brings on these super famous people and just gives the worst interview ever. But I have seen the bloopers, so it's not real as far as that goes, but it's absolutely friggin' hilarious. So that's what this is based on, and I'm guessing the title. So I'm anxious to see this. Apparently this is when Adam 2.0 joined, or right after. So I'm anxious to hear what they say. Or Chance, as everybody calls him. Alright, guys. Let's check this out. I'm kind of curious to see what route this is going to take as far as from an emotional standpoint. Are we laughing tonight? Or are we somber? Ugh. I gotta be ready for whatever comes my way. So, let's go.
This is the best that I could do. Welcome to another edition of Between Two Tims. We're here with Adam Chance, singer,
There's two of them. I know it's called Between Two Tims, but I didn't know there'd be two Tims. I'm wondering if Tim on the left turned his head towards Tim on the right, and they just hit like a low note. If Chance would just like melt into a puddle, like that guy on Monsters Inc. there that what's his name plays. Seth Rogen. Can't think of the character's name right now. What's happening, guys? What's happening? I can't take this right now. Make it stop. Make it stop.
instrumentalist, writer, director, and newest member of Home Free. Tell us about Home Free.
They're a country a cappella group. That's pretty much all I know.
Can you tell us about the early days?
They were on the Sing Off.
I understand that was around 13 years after they started. I'm talking...
My brain's gonna break. Guys, can you help me here? What's happening? What's happening right now? My little brain is not built for this. I'm trying to listen to what they're talking about, but I'm just waiting for this guy to, like, unzip his flesh suit like Men in Black. What's happening?
Take us
Oh,
to
yeah.
the beginning.
Well, I guess they formed around 13 years before the Sing Off. And then they went on the Sing Off. And
Nothing happened in those 13
they've done
years?
stuff since then as well.
Great. You're from Alabama.
I'm from Alabama.
Tell us about Alabama.
You know, I love growing up in Alabama. A lot of country music down there. Grew up on country music. And
Alabama has been multiple times ranked as the number 49 out of 50 for education in the United States.
I mean, I don't know where you're getting that statistic from, because I have a great
Several
education.
studies.
I have I mean, Mississippi. Where's Mississippi? Let's talk about
50.
that. Okay.
There's
Well,
no way.
I don't know.
There's no. So what's Maine? 48? I thought for sure we'd be 50. There's no way. I mean, granted, they learned me good English down to the school there. They learned me good English. So maybe we're top 10. I don't know. Top 10. We got to be top 10. At least. This is giving me a migraine, and I don't like it, but I like it, but I don't.
I feel like I have a wonderful education from Alabama.
Did you choose music as an alternative to literacy?
Is he gonna say anything, or?
Tell us about your musical influences.
Well, I listen to everything. I've always been a fan of country music in general, but I like a little bit of everything. Beatles, Stones, classic stuff as well.
A little bit of everything's a Home Free song. Is that what you meant?
That's exactly what I meant by that, yeah. Love that song.
Are there any bass singers that you look up to?
Haven't heard that one yet.
Um,
Oh! I was telling you guys about the interview that I watched with Tim and Elizabeth from the Charismatic Voice this morning. And I learned, we haven't seen it yet, or I haven't, I'm sure you guys have seen it a million times, but champagne taste on a beer budget? I think that's what it's called. Champagne taste on a beer budget, for frick's sake. He wrote that fresh off a handle of Jack Daniels. He was severely intoxicated when he wrote that song, which, I mean, makes sense. And yeah, apparently the person he was working with or for at the time loved it. So then when he got with Home Free, they ended up making another version of it, and it was a big hit. He said they still perform it today, but he was very intoxicated when he made that song. No. I'm leaving something out. So that was the night the guy that he was working for, I might have this mixed up, but I'm pretty sure the guy he was working for told him, "I'm not paying you anymore unless you become a country artist." And he said, "Well, I guess I'm a country artist." So he went home and wrote his first country song, but first he indulged in some Mr. Daniels, an entire bottle of it, he said, and then wrote that country song, which is now known as Champagne Taste on a Beer Budget, I think. We're going to check that one out here soon.
Okay. You're a big fan of college football.
I am.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy any sports that adults play?
Yes, I also love pro football and soccer. College football is pretty legit though too.
He said sports. He said sports. He didn't say soccer. He said sports. Burn, foot fairies! Back to high school again. It was just a flash, okay? It was just a flash. It takes a very strong, athletic, dedicated person to be good at soccer. Okay? I am not 12 years old anymore. I know better. foot fairy.
Pro football and soccer.
And of course you love college football. You're from Alabama. You guys have won the title for, since Jesus was the coach.
Football is pretty legit though too, I'd say.
Sorry, I was just checking my MySpace. You're a big fan of Star Wars, Game of Thrones, video games. Tell us about some of the other ways you practice celibacy.
I mean, I think those.
Oh. Oh my god. And this is when he was a new member? Jeez. Tell us some of the other ways you practice celibacy. Jeez, man. And there's no way he's into video games. They don't have internet in Alabama. I mean, that's like saying I'm a video gamer living in Maine. What are we playing? Atari? Don't make fun of my Atari. You want to play? Huh? You don't want to play. See me on some Atari. You don't want it. You don't want it from this guy. 'Cause I'll win. So, there's that.
Do you practice celibacy?
What else did he say?
You're a big fan of Star Wars, Game of Thrones, video games. Tell us about some of the other ways you practice celibacy.
I mean, I think those are all pretty legitimate things for adults to be into these days. It's a new age.
Single adults.
It's a new age.
Before Home Free, you were a member of Street Corner Symphony. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about what it was like to not win the sing-off.
I knew he was going to say that.
We did fine. It was great. It was exactly what we wanted at the time. So it's not bad to be second place. Second place is pretty respectable. What we did.
I mean, it's not
But now
first.
You're a winner.
I am a winner. I mean, let's be fair. I've always been a winner, but now it's just with Home Free.
What is this for?
This is the best that I could do.
That is so great. Oh, thank you guys. Oh man, I needed that so bad. He can't keep it together. That was it. That was so well done. So he literally sat there for almost 5 minutes and just stared. Oh my god, that was so good. Star Wars, Game of Thrones, and video games. How else do you practice celibacy? Oh boy, that was good. My friggin' face hurts. That was hilarious. Man, oh man. Between two Tims. And I'm pretty sure when I looked that up, there's more than one episode. Is that right? If that's right, we're watching all of them. I hope there's more. And I still do want to check out. That's another thing I learned a lot about in that interview this morning, was why that whole Tim Eats series happened. Is because he's such a foodie. And he developed that passion, so to speak, when he was working the cruise ship gig. Excuse me. He was in a cruise ship gig before another a cappella group. And I learned so much in that interview. I also learned that, so he developed his taste for the whole foodie thing on that cruise because it was like the highest of high end royalty, basically, right? Just super wealthy people that he was performing for. And he said they had these crazy suites like up overlooking the ocean. And it sounded pretty amazing. But so then the group, I forget the name of the group though. One of the groups had a bass singer that was going to be retiring, and it wasn't supposed to be for a while, but he was like in Aruba on this world cruise thing. And then that group called him and said, hey, he just retired. We need you. So he ended up training another guy that was already there in the group with him on the boat, on the ship. Sorry, on the ship. I know how these things work. On the ship. Okay. So he trained him for some of his bass parts, and then they brought in another guy, and he helped train him. And then he left and headed back for Boston, Massachusetts. And that's, I'm guessing, where all the Patriot shirts came from that I was asking about in earlier videos. So I learned so much in that. I was literally just like, I don't think I moved for 2 hours. I just watched and listened to every word that he said. For one, Elizabeth from the Charismatic Voice is an amazing interviewer, like I said in the other video. And for two, learning about this guy that I've become so fascinated with was really cool. So, yeah. Anyways, that was frigging hilarious. Hilarious. I needed that. Good Lord, that was funny. Woo! All right, guys. Well, I hope you all have a fantastic Friday night. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more vidges as usual. My paranormal fans, my new paranormal fans, I see you. I see you. That'll be up soon too. If you're watching this, then keep your eye out, because that's coming right up. And we're getting into the nitty gritty in that thing, so you're going to want to see it. But other than that, man, everybody else, I hope you guys all have a great night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Stay safe out there in that crazy world, man. This is Saucy Dad. Until next time. Peace out, my friends.